And we're back here at the Stock Recap Show, only available on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X. And this is a special edition here. We're going to talk about the Fed decision and a little market action recap as well. But first, super important disclaimer here, trade at your own risk. These videos are intended for educational purposes only. 9 out of 10 traders loses money. 1 in 3 traders loses 90% or more. Don't risk more than you can afford to lose. Results are not typical. We got a high fly ball, and it is out of here. Today's home runs are GSIW. We're going to pull up this chart in a second. It looks really wonky, but wow, 244% in one day. That's insane. ZED up 128%. WEWTZ is also up 54.69%. And that's a pretty large cap stock, too. I'm going to bring up those numbers in a second. So GSIW, let me move my face out of the way so you can see the whole chart here. So this had a big rebound after this huge drop not too long ago. It was last week, must have dropped. Wow, this must have been on the leading laggers list for sure. And now all of a sudden, look, it's up 244.93%, making the home run of the day. So next chart is ZEO. I think I might have got that ticker wrong. Let me check back. Yeah, I put ZED. ZEO, okay. I am not too familiar with this ticker, but it did have a big day here, up 128.07%. So it's on the radar. It had the volume. The volume was 60 million shares, and there's only 7 million in the entire company. So if you do a little of the math, you'll see that the company traded hands a bunch of times. I don't even know. I guess it would be 60 divided by 7. So, almost 8, 9, almost 8.5 times, I think is the math I'm getting in my head. The quick math. Okay, I'm not too sure what this company does, why they have a huge competitive advantage in the solar energy system market. They may not, this has been trading down since, oh man, it's 1150. It was pretty tight back in the beginning of the year, and before that, yeah, it was very thinly traded, but it did take this huge dip, and now we're seeing this bounce off the bottom. So maybe it can continue upwards. Maybe this is the reversal everyone was looking for this stock. Okay, 106 million market cap. The next one is 2.77 billion market cap. Okay, so slightly bigger on the magnitude scale here. 11 million shares traded out of possible 70 million. So that's pretty good numbers here. I didn't look into this news too much, but if I'm, just looking at the quick headlines here, looks like they have a surprise victory in cardiomyopathy, which is super cool. I'm going to look into that a little bit more, especially because this big move up, big kicker pattern breakout to the upside. This looks like the strongest chart that I would look to be long on the overnight. Not that I was, not that I was. I'm gonna be watching this tomorrow for a pullback, and then might add to it. Speaking of the next about to break out stocks, Add was on the list last week as a home run, and now it's shown up on the about to break out. It's 24%. It's a pretty impressive move, but we're calling it about to break out because there's so many other huge, big breakouts to the upside. And similarly, Lunar, LUNR, Intuitive Machines. This was up big. It started at 760 and closed at 913, up 24%. So that's a pretty big move, but it's not quite breaking out the all-time highs. So we're definitely watching this 12 level. Maybe you can test that tomorrow. That'll be exciting. ASPN is the other about to break out. It's still pretty range bound until it gets above 32-ish. Okay. ORGN was another ticker we were looking at, but it just didn't make any of the charts. Okay. Now let's get into the IR list. The IR list looked a lot scarier last week, but this week, you know, PGNY was down 32.65%. We're gonna look at that chart in a second. This doesn't look great. Screams sell. But maybe it can have a bounce. FDMT, we're gonna look at that chart, and KSPI. We're gonna bring up these charts right now. So PGNY, yeah, this broke through all the support levels when it breached 20 here, and now it's seeing some support at 15, but really not looking great. They lost a significant client is what it looks like. FDMT also not really looking good, kind of breached this support level 14. And KSPI doesn't look great, but it is seeing some support here in the 90 to 100 range. So that's cool too. And then I do just want to pull up some other charts. Netflix looks pretty good. Looks like it's about to break out high. And Meta, this was probably my favorite large cap of the day right here. I am invested in this. Full disclaimer, I have some options too. And I'm really excited about the future of this company. And looking forward to a little Friday trading tomorrow. Okay, so that's it for the IR list and the wildcard plays. As I was saying, Meta is probably my favorite here. And if you are interested in getting some stock text alerts, just book your call on fridaytraders.com, and I'll share how to get that as well as access to our free masterclass. And just book the call and I'll hook you up with that link. I can text you that link too as well. I really wouldn't be shorting stocks right here, and I'm about to explain why. So there's a huge surprise. Everyone thought the Feds were just going to cut 0.25%. They ended up going with a 0.5% rate cut. So caught the markets off guard a little. There was a big broad-based rally today, and it's an extremely bullish sign for the markets here. So I'm really excited for the upcoming months as we get closer to the election and all the uncertainty is quieted after November. Okay. And then it'll just be hopefully a Santa Claus rally into the end of the year. So that's it for the stock recap show. If you are interested in learning more about the markets and how the stock market works in general, you can book your call on fridaytraders.com. And who knows, you might be on your way to becoming a world-class trader. Book your call today, and I look forward to having on the call with you. All right, see you.